Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I hope good. I wanted to just pull a couple fun little cards today. I'm not going to do one of my long videos, but I did want to start by thanking everyone who's been subscribing and following and sharing. It doesn't cost anything to follow me on Facebook, and if you subscribe on YouTube, you can hit that little bell and then just you'll be alerted when I have a new video post. And it's not like you're going to be bombarded because I only do a video or whatever, maybe once, twice a week, if that. I'm going to try to do more. I always say that. And my posts, I do maybe one a day, if even that again. So you're not going to be bombarded, but it really does help others find me. Facebook and YouTube literally will not promote me. I'm just sitting stagnant kind of, and once they see people watching the full video to the end and liking or sharing or commenting, it starts pushing it out there. And the reason why I'm doing this and putting my life out there and having to deal with, along with all the good comments and people reaching out to me and sharing their stories and telling me that I'm helping, I have the negative comments and the people who inbox me and, who do you think you are? And oracle cards are evil, or, you don't know everything, and, you don't have all the answers, and I never claim to at all, ever. I'm not a therapist. I'm not licensed in anything. I'm certified in belief clearing and hypnosis and working on neuro-linguistic programming, which if you've never heard of, go look it up. It's just wild, and all what I've been applying already while studying the NLP, I'm already healing myself even more. I'm just healing more every day. And I want to share that because many times during my life thought I was at the end of my rope, and somehow I made it through. I stood back up after no matter what. I stood back up. And then just this past year, last year around this time, if you're watching now, we're heading into March of 2026. I was at the end of my rope to the point where I'd had enough. I was tired. I couldn't do it anymore. I literally was just done. And something inside me, out of the choices that I was thinking, I decided to isolate. And when I did that, it was the first time, and I can't tell you how many years, I don't even know if I ever really did that, maybe as a child, but sat by myself, quiet. No phone, no television, no music, no interruptions, no nothing, just me. And things were coming up that I had shoved down that I didn't even realize I shoved down. Things were coming up that I never dealt with. I dealt with a lot of death in my life. It started when I was 11, and it's just been nonstop. So as all these things are coming up, I was journaling them, and that's what turned into my book. I don't have it out. Hold on. Turning Wounds into Wisdom. That's how this book came about while I was healing and journaling. I started sharing my story because I realized maybe someone out there is also ready to give up and thinks that nobody understands, or that they're alone, or that there's no hope. I've been trying to be fixed for 58 years. Doctors, medications, therapists, psychiatrists, all of it for 58 years. Well, since I could help, you know what I mean. But trying to get help, can you fix me? Nothing was fixing me. No matter what I did, I was still landing in the same place. And at this point in my life, where I'm at right now is not where I ever imagined I would be. But in a way, yeah, it is what I imagined, because I was constantly living in negativity and constantly repeating the same cycles over and over again. And I'm learning now that it wasn't all my fault. As I was a child, going through abuse and all of that, my brain was wired in trauma. So again, I'm realizing how many other people out there have the same thing. And from the people reaching out to me, you'd be surprised. If you look at my videos or some of my posts and you see a few likes and a few comments, you'd be surprised at how many people messaged me who have been through certain things and said, I really did feel alone. And can you tell me more about this or more about that? I didn't realize there was help out there. I'm not doing it, for any other reason but to help people. And even my books, I mean, I think I make $1.75 if someone buys a hard copy. I'm not doing this to sell for money. It'd be great, especially the situation I'm in right now. But for the first time, I'm handling a devastating situation, handling it, not shoving it down and pretending it's not happening, not falling apart and going into depression. I'm actually doing what I need to do and then enjoying life, because I know I did what I did, and now give it to God, let it go, let it be, whatever you decide to say. That's where I'm at, and that's what I'm trying to help you do. And that's my point. After years of childhood trauma, adult trauma, relationships, death, loss, and anything, I've been through so much, and that's my point. I want to share it with you. I'm working on a full memoir, and I've had quite a few people say they definitely would read it, because after reading this, they can't even imagine there's more. But wait, there's more. So, yeah. But yeah, so I'm here sharing all of this. I'm being vulnerable. Everything that I'm doing is to try to help other people. So if you don't like what I'm doing, or you think I'm not, then don't watch me or follow me. But I'm done letting people judge me, or accepting judgment, accepting whatever anyone else's beliefs are, because I'm learning that that's your story. You know, whatever you believe, that's great, that's fine. I'm not saying, but if it, if it doesn't have anything to do with me, and it's not affecting my life, then your beliefs don't affect me. It just is what it is. I know I'm probably not making sense, but you learn to let shit fly right off, because if it's not affecting your life, like everything going on in the world right now, there's some heavy shit going on, and I don't sit and dwell about it or worry about it, because I can't fix it right now. I made my calls and did my emails like I always talk about, and say what I don't like, and then I did that, and now I'm going to be happy. I'm not going to, absorb myself in it. It doesn't serve me. And when I used to let things get to me and absorb everything going on, I was a basket case, and I was miserable. And my smile was always fake, because I just wanted other people to be happy. I wanted to make people laugh. And now I still do, but my smile's genuine, because I'm not allowing it to get to me. I'm not pretending it's not happening. I just know that it's not serving me, and I can't fix it right now. And the quote that I say all the time lately, and I don't know why I didn't say it more often when I even started these videos, but we've all heard it. Tomorrow is over. I mean, I'm sorry, I keep doing that. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not promised, but an hour from now is not either. So, it's that really makes you think, and not to be fearful, like I say, and think, oh my God, what if I did only have an hour left? I better take care of this. I better do that. That's not what it means. It means right now, at this moment, it's all you have. So how are you going to spend it? With your pet, with your kid, with your family, dancing around, reading a funny book, watching a comedy show, going outside, going for a walk, playing in your garden or something, when the weather, I'm up north, it's snow. But, go sleigh riding. There's always something to do joyful to make yourself happy, because you're in charge of your own happiness. And if you're allowing things on the outside, or things that are affecting you, but you've done what you can, let it go, let it be, give it to God, and go enjoy your life, because that's what it's about. We're only here once. And I refuse now. I spent my whole life miserable and worrying about everything. I was a lunatic. Seriously. It was ridiculous. Can't tell you how many times my daughter has told me through the years, will you stop? I know, for God's sake, she'd be like, just please already. Well, what if this I mean, geez, it was a terrible life. I made it worse by, that constant crap going on in my head. And now I'm learning it wasn't all my fault. I have control over those thoughts. I'm sharing them with you. So I don't know it all. I don't have all the answers. But if you want to join me in my healing journey, let's go. All right. So we have the tiger and the spirit animal cards. Tiger of fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. And mighty forces come to my aid. I really like that. So let's do one more. I really like these cards. I don't know why the lighting keeps changing, guys. I'm sorry. You know, I don't have it all together here. We just did that card the last time I pulled cards. So we have the White Stag. Protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you to where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. You know, it's already in us. The happiness, everything we search for on the outside, and the next relationship, and the next job, and the next home, and the next state. It's we're not going to find it if we're searching out there. Find it inside of us. We create our own happiness. Let's do one of these. Oh, that one flipped over. So this is try a 4-minute meditation. Set a 4-minute alarm on your phone. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe. If your mind starts to wander, bring it back to your breathing. So I talk about that too sometimes. If you focus on your breath and just literally concentrate on your breathing, you're taking your mind off everything else. Meditation isn't always easy, and that's because of all the limiting beliefs and all of those thoughts that we have. You know, what I did was I started with guided meditation, and that did help. I was able to go into meditation, but the way I was able to put myself into meditation was by lying down, like, you know, on the bed, or you can sit, but I always prefer to lie down. And then you picture like the sun beaming down on you, like a beam of light from a flashlight. And you feel it like in your head, or I actually start on my toes, I'm sorry. So I start at the tip of my toes, and I start on my left leg. So on my left foot, I'm feeling the sun moving really slowly all through my leg and my toes, but as it's moving up, I'm picturing the heat from the sun swirling around my nerves, and swirling around my bones, and swirling around everything. And as it's doing it, you know, I'm telling myself that the sun is healing. The sun is healing anything going on, and I'm softening and relaxing. So that's what I'm saying. As it's moving up, I'm relaxing, I'm softening. And you're feeling, it's almost like a spiral of the sun, like a beam of light, just moving all, and you go slowly, and you know the front and the back. And then as you come up to your thigh, to like your hip, then I would move to my right leg, and I would start at my toes. And by the time you're on your right leg now, your left leg is feeling relaxed, and because it's just wild. It really works. And then you move up, and then when you get to your hips, I picture the heat from the sun swirling around, and then my muscles and nerves and tendons and everything relaxing. You know, and that's what you're telling it as it's moving around. I'm relaxing, I'm healing, everything's relaxed, I'm safe. And then you feel it moving around in your organs. You can, you know, you're picturing it the whole time. It's all visual. And then as you move up and get to your neck and the top of your head, then you can put it back to your shoulders, and you can either move up and then up and out. You can do it whatever way feels good for you, you know. And yeah, and by the time you get done doing that, and you take some deep breaths first, and you're kind of focusing on your breathing, then when you're laying there, all of those parts that you pictured, the beam of light from the sun, the heat, you literally feel relaxed. You could lay there and just sink into, that's why I like to do it before bed. And then the problem is, a lot of us, you know, if I've done it before myself, we'll do all of that, get relaxed, and then start thinking, oh my God, tomorrow I have this, and this has to get done, and I better, and then that's it. Then that takes you out of it. So once you're in that type of focus there, that's when you have to try to force your thoughts not to go to anything else. And it's not easy at first, but when you realize you have control over the thoughts that pop up, and you could tell them to leave and then refocus on something else. You know, I told my grandson, he was saying the one night he had trouble sleeping. So I was telling him that, to picture the sun and to feel himself relaxing. And he was like, I kind of do feel a little relaxed. And he's like, but my mind keeps thinking of this game, Minecraft or something. So then I said, well, think about, your room, decorating your room or something, paint, what color paint you would want, a poster or something on your walls or pictures. And then all of a sudden he closed his eyes and I saw the smile come on his face, and the next thing I knew he was asleep. It's the same for adults. What you focus on is what you're going to think about. If you go to sleep thinking about all your problems, you're probably going to dream about them. And then honestly, you're not getting a full relaxing sleep because you're going to bed tensing yourself back up again. So try to do that relaxation, get yourself all relaxed and calm, and then start focusing on anything. Make something up. Imagine moving into a house or something that you would want, and maybe how you would decorate, and you're picking out curtains. All you're doing is forcing your mind to be on something else. To really meditate, you're supposed to release every thought. I'm telling you this way for those of you who say you can't do it at all. Start slowly. Start by just focusing, taking it off the negative or whatever, and focus it on something happy, or a vacation you wanted to go on. Picture yourself there, picture yourself on the beach. It's very calming. And then once you start realizing you have control over your thoughts, I've gone into such deep meditation before where, when I came out of it, I almost wished I could go back in because it was so peaceful and so blissful and just nothing. I had no thoughts. And it was wild. But it's not easy to get there. But try to do, So I said I'm sharing what I know, and 25 years, honestly, altogether. And more, if you want to put it that way. I was 19 years old, doing subliminal and hypnosis tapes, listening to them on the Walkman, and realizing they're not working. And that was because I, wasn't really doing the work. I wasn't releasing the negative. There was nowhere for all those positive things and changes to go to, because it was so deep. And that's where I talk about shadow work and stuff all the time. So we'll do, this one is the Moon card. Take note of intuitive messages. So let's see. Can never find this book. They're fun cards, but the way they're listed, sometimes I don't know where to go. Oh, there it is. Okay, the Moon. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, the message is use your intuition, practice discernment, and see your illusions and blockings. The Moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine and the energy of receiving. If the sun is God, the Moon is goddess, and so she offers a powerful energy of polarity and balance. She has a cynical energy and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, and to somewhat interesting behavior. So when the Moon appears in a reading, you are often being told that not everything is as it seems. The Moon has a dark side, just dark, not negative, and can show you what you've been kept in the dark about. So it says lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the Moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased, so take note of any feelings arising at this time. They are messages from your soul and angels. The Moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark, so ask yourself if you are avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The Moon has no secrets. She reveals all. So there's that for someone that might need to hear that message. Let's do the Believe in Your Own Magic. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my lighting on my phone, but it is what it is. So this is Believe in Your Own Magic. A couple just went on the floor. Gold, number 36. You don't need someone else to fix you. Someone is trying to convince you that you're broken beyond repair. Unless you accept their helping hand, of course. If someone offers to fix some part of you, it's not because they're being selfless or kind. They know that you're in a vulnerable place and they want to make you entirely dependent on them. Tell them no, thank you. You know exactly how to put the gold in your own cracks. So, there's that. And that's why I say, too, no one can fix you. No one can make you happy. No one's going to fix you. I share tools and the, the unhealthy ways that I handled things in my life. But I don't even claim to fix you, but I do share tools that I've seen work, tools that are actually helping me pull myself out of making the same mistakes, for my entire life. I want to live however long I have, and I hope it to be a long time. And the fact that I even say I want to live is huge, because for a long time, I just, I was whatever. If I go, I go, almost for a while too. And then, like I said, I got to the end of my rope where I didn't want to be here anymore. And I'm thankful that I'm here. And I'm thankful that you are reaching out to me. And I'm thankful that you know that there's help and hope. I'm sorry if you felt alone, and I'm sorry you even have to deal with any of what you've been through. It sucks. But yeah, there's help and there's hope. And I try to share as much as I can with you. Like I said, there's hypnosis, there are belief clearing tools and stuff. There's the tapping. I'm working now on NLP, the neuro-linguistic programming, and that has a lot to do with, your conscious and subconscious mind. 10% of our conscious mind is aware of what's actually happening. 90% is the subconscious that only knows what we tell it and only knows what it thinks it knows. And that's the part that keeps you down, because even if you have really great willpower and you want to lose weight or something, or you want to stop smoking and you feel like you have this great willpower, well, if you have a habit or one of these things, down here in your subconscious, that's, that's overwhelming. I've talked before about, Louise Hay talks about a file cabinet. Imagine your thoughts as files, and all the negative and everything, all the things that you beat yourself up with are all going in all these files. And then when there's something positive or something good, it doesn't know what to do with it. And what it does is it remembers the negative part. Well, remember the last time you tried to do this and what happened? So that's the belief, that's that negative belief that's going to talk you out of something that could possibly be good for you. But it's those self-talks, the self-sabotage. So yeah, I mean, even that I'm learning, and I'll be able to share more with you when I'm finished. I thought I was ready to take the exam, and as I thought back and looked over some things, there's stuff that I really want to delve into more, because like I said, I'm trying to heal myself too. I have a lifetime, 58 years of trauma. It started before I was born. I was born into literally hell and chaos, and it hasn't ever ended, and a lot of it was because of choices that I made and decisions that I made, running on fight, flight, or freeze and fawn, and all the trauma stuff, all the stuff that we do. And that's what I'm trying to, like I said, share with you. I'm being vulnerable with and sharing and raw with you on all these things in my life. I'm working on the full memoir, which, but wait, there's more. This is nothing. Even as I was finishing up chapters, I'm like, well, what about this? This happened too. And I was like, well, let me just get this out there. That was the whole point, just so that others know that they're not alone and that there's tools out there that can help us. So yeah. All right, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Make it a good day. Remember, you're in charge of your own thoughts. You're in charge of your own responses. And once you start really, staying mindful on your thoughts, that's how you change up things, how you're going to respond to things. And mindfulness, and journaling, the two of the things I talk about the most. And remember, and I've been saying it lately, and I wish I said it more because it's in one of my journals, and I always start at the beginning of each journal each year with that same quote. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not promised, and an hour from now isn't guaranteed. So how are you going to spend, this time, this moment that you have right now? Worrying and stressing and dragging things around that don't even serve you or don't even have anything to do with you. Technically, at that moment, does that affect you at that moment of your life? And no, then spend time with your cat or your dog, or your kids or your grandkids. Read a book, dance around, all those things that I say. Be a kid again, go sleigh riding. If you're somewhere where it's good weather, go tend to your garden. But all these different things that are positive and enlightening and make you feel good, that's what you need to focus on. Once you do your due diligence on a situation, let it go, give it to God, let it be, whatever the, slogan you use. But yeah, that's why I'm sharing. I don't want anyone else to live 58 years thinking they have to stay this way or there's no hope of getting out of it because you've always made those decisions. No, you'll know how to change them and kind of rewire those thoughts. So anyway, I will be doing another video soon. Thank you so much for following, watching, subscribing, all the things. It's helping to push me out there. More people are seeing me. A lot of people, like I said, are reaching out and telling me thank you and that they resonate and sharing their stories, which some of them are amazing that you're still here too, sitting with us today if you're watching again. And we got this. All right, guys, have a good day.